So I have a promo for us to do for Popping Collars, but I was too lazy to write something, so I had AI write it for us.
Oh no. I can't wait to do this.
What's all this direction?
There's a lot of direction.
There's a lot of adverbs.
The AI really wants us to work hard on this. Here I go, enthusiastically. Welcome to Popping Collars, podcast where religion and pop culture collide in the most unexpected ways. Join Greg, I guess me, join me, Betsy, Liz, and Ricardo as they explore everything from the profound to the playful with a little twist of mystery, literature, music, and drama. We're diving into the spiritual side of true crime novels. Liz, did you get into our algorithm here? How do faith and morality play out in the darkest stories?
Ever wondered if Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities has deeper religious themes? We'll break it down and maybe even compare it to a Pearl Jam song or two.
Whoa, they know us.
And when we dive into British period dramas like Downton Abbey or The Crown, we're asking, how do faith, power, and class intersect in those worlds? And that's true. We did do that.
It's not just about the big questions. We're also taking pop culture icons and how they tackle faith, redemption, and the meaning of life.
Do you want to do that again? Because I don't think we're taking the pop culture icons. We're talking about the pop culture.
I was busy being cheerful.
Yeah, he's really working hard.
So, brightly. I don't know what brightly means, so I'll just say it this way. So, whether you're into mysteries, literature, rock anthems, or Victorian tea parties, oh, this is so Anglican. Popping Collars has something for everyone. Subscribe now and join us every week for a fun, thoughtful ride.
That was great.
What a promo. Hi, I'm Greg.
And I'm Betsy.
And this is Going on 30, a Popping Collars side project where, Houston, we have a problem.
Edited for the movie.
So easy. It's so easy to do. I love it when it's easy to pick the line to go in the intro. Yeah. With movies that were nominated or should have been nominated for Best Picture 30 years ago this month, we're looking at Apollo 13.
Apollo 13 flight controllers, give me a go, no-go for launch.
You know that Easter vacation trip we had planned for Acapulco?
Procedures. Go. Control.
Go flight.
There might be a slight change in destination.
Really?
Maybe say the moon.
Booster.
Go.
Retro.
Or go flight.
GNC.
We're go.
And I take the controls and I steer it around
FAO.
We're go flight.
for a nice, soft landing on the moon. Better than Neil Armstrong.
Does it bother you that the public regards this flight as routine?
There's nothing routine about flying to the moon. I can vouch for that.
Launch control, this is Houston. We are go for launch.
The clock is running.
Houston, we have cleared the tower at 1313.
Okay, guys. We're going to the moon.
This is the crew of the Apollo 13, wishing everyone back on Earth a pleasant evening.
Houston, we have a problem.
We got a wicked shimmy up here.
Houston, we are venting something out into space. It's definitely a gas of some sort.
Flight, the heart rates are skyrocketing.
The Apollo 13 spacecraft is apparently losing breathing oxygen. The emergency has ruled out any chance of a lunar landing.
Why are so many people here? Something broke on your daddy's spaceship.
I have a request from the news people.
Take it up with my husband. He'll be home on Friday.
Slightly have lost the radio contact.
Econ, what's your data telling you?
It's reading a quadruple failure. That can't happen. It's got to be instrumentation.
The ship's bleeding to death.
At this rate, we're going to skip right out of the atmosphere, and we're never going to get back.
We're looking at less than 15 minutes of life support in the Odyssey.
We never lost an American in space. We're sure as hell not going to lose one on my watch.
Odyssey, do you read me?
How long does it take to power up the LEM?
3 hours by the checklist.
We don't have that much time.
Oh my gosh, it's a new year. I can't believe it. This is so exciting.
It is a brand new year, Greg.
I have a brief description of Apollo 13. Would you like to hear it?
Excellent. Please.
There's an underlined word here. So, for whatever reason, Google Docs does not like one of the words. But I'm looking at the word and I don't see a problem with it. So, I'm going to read. The true story of technical troubles that scuttle the Apollo 13 lunar mission in 1970, risking the lives of astronaut Jim Lovell and his crew, with the failed journey turning into a thrilling saga of heroism. Drifting more than 200,000 miles from Earth, the astronauts work furiously with the ground crew to avert tragedy.
Yes.
Yes. Those are all things that happen in this.
Those are facts that are in this movie, for it is based on a true story.
Those are things that happen in this movie. Betsy, what is your history with Apollo 13?
Pretty sure I saw it in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this was the summer event of the summer. Are you kidding me?
Crowd pleaser. Children of all ages.
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, okay. So what's your history of the movie?
This was a funny one. So so I think we've talked about my girlfriend from high school a few times, because this is
she's a character on this show.
Yeah, so this is senior year of high school, 1995, right? So we're graduating, and the girlfriend and I have been together for about a year, and at some point we broke up. Like towards the end of 94, we broke up for some reason. We got back together again in like spring of 95, and this was a date movie for us. And she loved this movie. What's beyond love? Like, she was like infatuated with this movie. She just talked about it all the time. She bought it on VHS like the day it came out. She was absolutely in love with this movie.
Do you think Jim and Marilyn Lovell were like relationship goals for her?
No, that's the thing. So that's the thing, right? So we broke up shortly after we went to go see this movie. When we broke up, this is some cold-blooded shit, man. She said, once we got back together, I spent the entire time we were together getting over you. And that was the breakup line. Isn't that cold? Although, to be fair, I deserved it. I was a bad boyfriend.
Do you think this movie, maybe she confronted her own mortality in this film, and she really wanted to make some different decisions for herself?
She saw herself as someone floating 200,000 miles away from Earth, and she looked over at me and she was like, I don't think I want this person on my crew.
Right.
Yeah.
Now here's a real question, right? So I watched some of this movie in the common room, and I got to find out which of my students are like really into space, which was actually really cool. That somebody said, "Well, would you go into space?" And so, what do you think for you? Would you go into space?
So for me, there was a period of time, probably up to my mid-20s, where it would have been 100% yes.
Yeah.
And probably 30 and later, not a chance. No way in hell. I wouldn't even go up with Katy Perry. I wouldn't go up with Katy Perry.
Just for like the 10 minutes. No.
Like all of that stuff. No. Like Gail, I wouldn't do any of that. I wouldn't do that.
Is this a risk averse choice? Do you know too much choice? Do you have children? What is this?
Well, maybe. I think the older you get, the more that Icarus mythology kind of sinks in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you? Where'd you go?
So I think there's and this may be getting into some takes of the movie. There's the mythos of how we got to the moon, right? That it was everybody down to the person who cleans the floors was on board. What am I doing? I'm sweeping the floor because I'm sending a man to the moon, right? So we're so committed, and also kind of seeing now how we were kind of building literally the airplane while we were flying it. That this was. You had to be. I see why it's test pilots, right? Why this is there. It's adrenaline junkies who can be cool under pressure and end up in these situations. I would like to think I have that sort of stamina. I've definitely play down the zombie apocalypse a few times in my head. I think the being sucked into the vacuum of space
Oh my God.
is terrifying to me.
The technology that they show off, I mean, this is like buttons and dials, right? And it's like we're sending somebody to the moon in like your grandmother's first microwave oven. You know, I mean,
But
it is
it
like
also has plutonium on board, just so you know. Right? So that's fine
just
too.
bonkers.
It's bonkers. I'm fascinated by space. I'm fascinated by the Apollo program, the Gemini program, and all of those things, as you know, any good red-blooded American seems to be. And then how it becomes this seminal moment that pops off in pop culture everywhere. You know, the number of movies that reference these things. But what I like about this one is we're a little past the shine,
Mm-hmm.
and it's how these things start to be treated. You know,
Yeah.
that we're past, that nobody wants to see the broadcast.
Yeah.
You know, and just shocking in today's media, and how I think any government, no matter who is in charge of it, the fact that you could just get on and listen to that comm line, that
Mm-hmm.
all the news organizations could just listen to everything live,
Yeah.
like that is wild.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine that happening now.
I think that you nailed what it was that I was going to talk about, which is this idea that something could be old hat in a year, right? Armstrong and Aldrin made it to the moon in 69. By 70, people are like, yeah, the moon, whatever. And it just like it's mind-blowing to me how quickly human beings can just acclimate to whatever the new reality is. I mean, we see that now, right? Like with cell phones, 20 years old, and it feels like, oh yeah, these are just things that we've lived with our entire lives. No, we haven't.
No.
We've had them for 20 years. Social media,
Well,
10, you know?
right. And I wonder whether, like, is Ron Howard, you know, are they commenting on that the popular culture things that eke into the show, right?
Yeah.
The daughter wants to dress like a hippie, right? Or like a summer of love. I mean, we're even past the summer of love. We're into like things are not great in the subculture. And so, yeah, and it's like, no, you can't go out of the house wearing that, you know, but it's now a Halloween costume as opposed to being what real clothes people are wearing. So very quickly. And the kind of cannedness of culture. I think too, watching this as an adult, the profound disappointment that I was much more in Jim Lovell's head than I think I was the first time I watched this.
Oh, okay.
I was much more in the problem solving and the crisis than, oh my God, how do you let go?
And the corner
this?
cutting, right? Yeah, exactly. The corner cutting.
Yeah.
Like, what are you
Right.
trying to, you know, it's like, well, we can scrub you guys. Like, you know, when they bring Ken Mattingly in there, they're like, we can scrub your whole crew and we can send a different crew up. And he's like, no, I'll justify bringing on Kevin Bacon.
Right.
Just so that I could get to go up. Yeah.
Yep. And he's doing it too.
Mm-hmm. You brought up Ron Howard. I have a scorching hot take.
Yeah, let's go.
And you know what? Here, it's a new year, new set of movies. Like we're going to lean hard into the hot takes this year. No more.
I feel like I'm not very good at making hot takes, Greg. I feel like I'm just a hater.
Well,
make takes.
No more lukewarm takes. We're leaning into the hot takes. So here we go. Scorching hot take for Apollo 13. This is the only good Ron Howard movie.
See, he makes me go to the IMDb. Damn it, Greg.
Everything else that he's made is okay. Splash is okay. Backdraft is okay. Beautiful Mind actually isn't even really that good if you got to put it to the test. And that, you know, we're going to leave out things like Hillbilly Elegy and stuff like that.
Do you think Ron Howard is a better producer than a director?
I think Ron Howard is a better narrator of a television show than a director.
He also produced Arrested Development. I did think Frost Nixon was good.
Never saw it. Didn't want to see it. See? I'm swaying you with my scorching hot take.
What about Far and Away, Greg?
I'm just saying Ron Howard has an outsized...
Okay, Parenthood.
Parenthood is fine. It's okay. Ron Howard is the best okay director in Hollywood.
I remember this being around the time that I figured out that Clint Howard he put his brother in all of his movies.
Yeah, Clint's in every movie.
Clint's in every movie. His dad is in this movie too. He plays the priest. I really don't want to make the Howards mad.
You don't want Big Howard coming after us?
No, I feel like that's like making fun of Taylor Swift or something. I feel like there could be a Ron Howard army out there who's going to come for us.
All right, I have a few not as hot takes.
Okay, what are your other few not as hot takes?
We got to talk about Kathleen Quinlan.
Yes.
Kathleen Quinlan is a tough hang in this movie. I don't know if it's the script that's not doing her favors, but I found her like she is a buzzkill in every scene that she shows up in.
Because her husband is hurtling through space, Greg. She doesn't get a lot of real light material.
She's constant, like before the thing even happened, she's like, oh, why does it have to be 13? I don't know, because that's the number. Sorry, Kathleen, just chill out just relax, Kathleen.
Listen, she's already had to do this twice, right? Gemini mission and Apollo 8.
Yeah, and she got a mountain named after her on the moon. Come on. Be grateful.
Listen, I do like, okay, here's what I do like. I do like using and looking at being up in their relationship a little more than, Tracy Reiner, daughter of Penny Marshall, adopted daughter of Rob Reiner, rest in peace, plays Bill Paxton's wife, very pregnant wife in this. It is weird to have that just be your spouse's job is space. Mm-hmm. So I think in the way that they kind of have casual conversation about space, or we have to go do this press thing. I can't believe they're making you do this, because that is this whole, we're seeing behind the curtain. Yeah. Like when they're like, well, if that mission goes, that could get canceled, or whatever. Like all of that stuff is interesting. And I do think she's a vehicle to get to some of that and how they just want to set up in your yard and do things.
This feels like the default Tom Hanks performance. If you said, what is Tom Hanks like as an actor? And I showed you this would be like middle of the road. This is exactly what Tom Hanks is.
How far are we from Saving Private Ryan?
Private Ryan's 98, 97, 98, somewhere around there. But even there, he's like tough guy Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
In a way that, this is just like straight down the middle Tom Hanks, it feels like to me.
He's a good partner. I mean, he's also a person who's in the military here as well. You get this glimmer of his greatest generation love in this, for sure.
The last two Tom Hanks movies that we've watched, he was doing stuff. So it's like Philadelphia, he was doing something. Forrest Gump, he was doing something. This, he's just Tom Hanks. He's just Tom Hanks as Jim Lovell.
Right. And they tried, there's some trivia out there around the movie that, that there's a little squabble between Fredo and Swaggart, and that they wouldn't do that. That would never happen. I mean, this is still a military operation, you kind of fall in line in some ways. And that would, but they said, there's only so many times they could show a sweaty forehead to show the tension on board the capsule. So it's wild. I think, one of my other takes is that, if you were a white actor in Hollywood and a guy at this time and you weren't in this movie, what are you doing with your life?
I mean, the problem is that Nepo baby Clint Howard took your spot.
I mean, that is tough. But this is one of those, I did expect the bench to be a little deeper.
Yeah. Where's our Twister crew? Like
Yeah,
in
I
this.
did really like. I
Where's
thought there would
Philip
be
Seymour Hoffman doing math?
right,
Come on.
right. Like I'm also like, I don't know whether you've got Gary Sinise is bringing in people from Steppenwolf Theater. Like, I mean, there's definitely some folks in here who feel some stage actor stuff to me.
Hmm?
But I did expect to kind of, I'm like, when those credits start rolling, I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. I'm going to run into like 15 people that I didn't know were in this movie.
Nah.
Strangely, no.
Nah. It's all like third build on sitcoms at the time or something. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fascinating to me though. I mean, there was like one black guy that got
Oh yeah.
talked to by like the press secretary. And I'm like, okay.
It's tough look. No,
But yeah,
I get you though.
you really need to get a new agent if you were not, if you didn't at least get a read for this movie.
I get you though about the manufactured drama in space. I mean, you have to do it because it's a movie, so you have to have dramatic tension. But also, like, if you're setting up the Bill Paxton character to be sick, like you could see like him being, well, I'm sick and I don't want to deal with a bunch of Kevin Bacon's crap, Which reminds me, Betsy.
No. Top movies where one of the co-stars is supposedly sick.
I got the top 5 bad times to be sick in a movie.
Oh my god. Okay.
Top 5 bad times to be sick. Well, we got to start with an honorable mention. And the honorable mention this time is a personal one. It's me flying on a plane to Florida when my infant daughter was sick and got me sick, and therefore I spent the entire plane ride half the time in the lavatory and half the time in my seat. Brutal. Bad time to be sick. Number 5.
Yes, number 5.
Nicole Kidman in Moulin Rouge. It's a bad time to get TB or whatever the heck she had.
I mean, and that's a genre of illnesses when it is that you find love and then you cough into a handkerchief and you pull back red. It's real. It's a bummer.
Bad time to get sick. Bad time. Number 4. Val Kilmer in Tombstone. Wait, did he have TB too? What did he have? What did Doc Holliday have? I think he was coughing blood into a handkerchief. Bad time for Doc Holliday to get sick.
He died from TB. It was TB.
It was TB. There you go. Consumption. TB. Number 3.
What do we got?
Brendan Gleeson in 28 Days Later. When the blood drips into his eye and he gets infected.
Sucks.
Bad time to get sick. Come on.
I hated that. That was such a good movie. Have you watched any of the sequels of that movie?
I did. I watched 28 Years Later just the other day and loved it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Thought it was awesome. Tremendously great. Ralph Fiennes has a monologue in it that will make you weep when you think about people who are dying or, sort of in active death. It's really good.
Number two.
Gwyneth Paltrow in Contagion. Bad time to get sick.
But not everybody can make it, especially the film called Contagion. No. Yeah. All right, number 1.
Number 1. You knew what it was. It's Cameron. It's Alan Ruck in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Bad time.
The tough time to go catatonic. Really tough.
When Cameron was in Egyptland.
Let my Cameron go. Oh, I did have one more fun casting fact.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to mention that Ron Howard's mother plays Jim Lovell's mother in this film. I cannot leave out Jean. Yeah, so we got
This is egregious nepotism.
Nepotism so much. He loves casting people across his projects all the time. Like it is.
It's egregious
style. It is.
What's the best scene from Apollo 13?
So we've got some movie tropes happening here in this real life situation. There's a clock on this film, right?
We got to get it done. We got
problem solving happening at a distance. I mean, they do a good job making 3 guys being in this small space together and then moving into this small space together. I mean, for me, sometimes it's these looks of level out of the capsule when he figures out that it isn't going to happen. It's like it's when it dawns on everybody, like when the accident initially happens, and then they're doing the assessing.
Yeah,
I don't really know what scene to call that, except it's the diagnostic portion.
Yeah, it's
of
the we have
what's
a problem
happening.
scene, I guess. But it's so funny, right? Because their initial thought is, oh, something's wrong with the instrumentation, not something's wrong with the ship, which is fascinating. Yeah.
Hey, we've got a problem here.
What did you do?
Nothing. I stirred the tanks.
Whoa.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem. We have a main bus B undervolt. We've got a lot of thruster activity here, Houston. It just went offline. Oh, there's another master alarm, Houston.
I'm checking the quad.
Christ, that was no repress valve.
Maybe it's in quad
We've
C.
got a computer restart.
I'm gonna reconfigure the RCS.
We've got a
Where these
pins light.
things fire doesn't make any sense.
We've got multiple caution and warning, Houston. We've got to reset and restart.
All right, I'm going to SDS.
Jesus. Flight, the heart rates are skyrocketing.
Econ, what's your data telling you?
O2, tank 2, not reading at all. Tank 1 is at 725 psi and falling. Fuel cells 1 and 3 are, oh boy, what's going on here? Flight, let me get back to you. Flight GNC? Flight, they're all over the place. They keep yawing close to gimbal lock.
I keep losing radio signal. Flight, their antenna must be
22, they're gonna have to do it manually if they do.
One at a time, people. One at a time. One at a time. Ecom, is this an instrumentation problem, or are we looking at real power loss here?
It's reading a quadruple failure. That can't happen. It's got to be instrumentation.
Let's get that hatch button. The limb might have been hit by a meteor.
So yes, such interesting hubris, you know. But that and as it slowly as the severity of what is happening rolls out, because that all happens in about 20 minutes that we kind of figure out the various kind of issues.
We're losing oxygen.
We're losing oxygen. We got to stop that, and then we got a bunch of CO2. We got to deal with that. That as it's it's then like, oh, the moon is, we're not going to land on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
But then it becomes, as the severity is, oh, how are we going to get home? How are we going to survive to home? How are we going to have enough power to home? That's kind of what pulls me in on this one.
I think for me it's Ken, Gary Sinise working on solving the power sequencing.
I know this sequence works, John.
The sequence looks good. We're just over budget on the amperage.
By how much?
3 or 4 amps.
God damn it, John. Is it 3 or 4?
4. 4!
We know they have some power left in the LEM batteries, right?
Yeah.
We have an umbilical that provides power from the command module to the LEM.
Right, it's backup for the LEM power supply.
I'm listening.
So, reverse it. Reverse the flow and see if we can draw these 4 amps from the LEM batteries before we cut it loose. Why can't we do that?
We don't have a procedure for that, do we?
You're gonna lose a lot in the transfer, Ken.
Yeah, but all we're talking about here is 4 amps.
I want whatever you guys got on these power procedures.
Gene, they're already...
No, I don't want the whole damn Bible. Just give me a couple chapters. We gotta get something up to these guys.
They're working on it now.
I'll call over to the simulator and get an estimate.
God damn it! I don't want another estimate. I want the procedures. Now!
IMU is up.
How am I reading?
Fine so far.
Say again.
You're under the limit. Keep going.
Okay. Floodlights to fixed.
Okay. Bring up the guidance.
Here we go.
Ken,
Go ahead.
is your computer on now?
Up and running. How do we look?
I think we got it, buddy.
Because that's the most kind of dramatic of the.
Watch that. I mean, how do we make dials really sexy to look at, right?
Flipping switches over here. Yeah, very dramatic stuff.
switches. Yes.
But yeah, that, watching the needle go up, are we going to stay under a certain number of amps? All of that stuff. It's very ticking clock and tension building, and yeah.
Mhm.
And Sinise is just really good at like bringing gravity to those moments. They feel real because he kind of feels like a real person. What about the best performance of the movie? Gosh, this one's tough. This is tough.
This one is tough.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like the white vest that Ed Harris wore should be mentioned in this conversation.
Harris is so good in this.
His physicality is so good.
He's so good.
He's so good. And he's so attractive. Like, he's an attractive man.
Well, I mean, even in something like The Truman Show, right, where he's like he's a monster, but he's like a loving monster. I don't know.
Yes.
It's he's just a really good. He's really.
But just, I mean, this is a role where you are trapped in this room and you are trying to keep it together. You're having to show you're the coach of the whole of this, right? Deke is Deke, and we've all seen other things where like the person of Deke is more of a central aspect of things. But that here, it's really whoever's going to be Flight, you're kind of in that central role. And I have to imagine if this movie was made now, there would have been more tears in that room after and that there probably actually were, that those men were okay and that they were, their voices come through. But he gives it a little misty eye there.
Yeah, does the nose wipe? Does the nose wipe, and he's good to go.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because it's hard not to pick Tom.
Oh, I actually, honestly, Hanks wasn't even on my list.
I thought he was quite just because I think I was a little more in the Lovell character than I think I was when I watched it the first time.
Capcom, let's have them close the reactant valves.
13, this is Houston. We want you to close react valves on cells 1 and 3. Do you copy?
Are you saying you want the whole smash? Closing down the react valves for fuel cells shutdown? Shutting down the fuel cells. Did I hear you right?
Yeah, they heard me right. Tell them we think that's the only way they can stop the leak.
Yeah, Jim,
We think that closing the react valves may stop the leak.
Did he copy that?
Do you copy, Jim?
Yes, Houston, we copy. We just lost the moon.
I had it as a tough call between Paxton, Bacon, Sinise, and Harris.
Sinise, yeah.
Here's the thing. Like, a lot of people are like, is Paxton really that good? And then you watch him in a movie and you're like, Paxton is great in everything.
Yes, I mean, I think he gets discounted because he can give the affect of like the golden retriever of a man. He is like, hey buddy, what's going on? Like he knows
his physicality. He knows everything about his body, and it makes him an even better actor. It's so good.
Yeah. And the way that he and Hanks try to go into their like witty repartee, as their Fredo and this and the nicknames, and even though we're about to be in this super stressful situation together, and when he hugs him, in the capsule, that's powerful stuff.
Yeah, Paxton, Bacon's great. I mean, we said that again. We said that back when we were talking about A Few Good Men. Like this, A Few Good Men was really where Bacon became like a leading kind of guy, or like a guy that you could bank on a movie, and this sort of continues in that trend. Sinise and Harris are just, they're just really solid actors, which comes from like, I'm sure like they're bringing their stage experience and stuff like that. So what they're doing, but I don't know if I had to pick. I don't know. Let me go with. I'll go with Clint Howard for best.
I mean, he's good. He's smoking those, or he's cleaning out his pipe or whatever he's doing down there.
He's actually really good. I love it when he's like, well, that can't happen. Let me look at this and I'll get back to you.
Right. This doesn't seem right.
It's like, Betsy, I got some stats about the movie.
Stats.
Apollo 13 opened on June 30th, 1995, the week before Independence Day. Because I think 95 was the year of Independence Day. I think Independence Day was 95, right?
I think you are correct.
Yeah.
So good release date. Good job.
There you go. This day in 90210. We have arrived at season 5, episode 32, kind of. The season finales of 90210 are two-parters, so it's episode 31 and 32. It's like a two-part.
Okay, handoff. Okay, got it.
Season 5, episode 32, entitled P.S. I Love You. Plot description, the Walshes put their house up for sale. Goodbye, Jim. Goodbye,
Cindy.
See, here's the thing. The kids are grown up at this point. We do not need Jim and Cindy anymore. We're becoming Melrose Place, not...
They're Minnesota nice.
Exactly.
Take a hike.
The Walshes put their house up for sale. The gang attends the Keg Alpha Convention in Palm Springs.
Okay, guys.
Steve, jeez. And then finally, Dylan meets an investor for his movie. Oh, Dylan getting into the producing game. I see.
He's going to be hornswoggled in some way and have his money taken from him.
He's going to lose all of his money, and he won't have Jim Walsh to help him out because Jim's moving out of Beverly Hills.
Yeah, poor little rich boy. Stuff.
Man, Dylan. Apollo 13 had a domestic gross of $175 million. Big hit.
Wow.
Making it the number 3 grossing movie of 1995. Number 3.
Wow.
Yeah, I wonder what came in first and second. It is the number
Independence Day.
Yeah, Independence Day. It is the number 338th top grossing movie of all time between, and Betsy, you're not going to need IMDb.
You sure?
You are not.
Okay.
You're not.
Okay, I'm very excited.
It comes between Crocodile Dundee and Crazy Rich Asians on the other side.
Ooh.
So you get Crocodile Dundee, you get Apollo 13, and you get Crazy Rich Asians, Flirt, Marry, Kill.
I'm flirting with those Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Sexy, crazy rich Asians.
I mean, I'll go to Macau. Okay, sure.
Isn't it Michelle Yeoh? Isn't she in there?
Yes. There's some intense mahjong.
Yeah.
I think I might have to murder Paul Hogan. And
no.
Very sorry, because let's just say most Ron Howard movies are kind of marriage material. So I'm probably going to marry Apollo 13.
If any other movie was on this list, Crocodile Dundee would fall into the marry category. But unfortunately, Apollo 13 is too good.
Too good not to marry.
Dundee.
Sorry, Crocodile Dundee.
But we gotta flirt with Paul Hogan. We gotta flirt with. No, that's not a knife.
He can take that knife and he can go elsewhere with it. No, thank you.
Oh God, I love that movie so much. I love that whole time period so much. So I'm gonna flirt with Crocodile Dundee, and the poor crazy rich Asians gonna have to exit stage left. So.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Apollo 13 has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 94%. 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. Really good. Roger Ebert, what do you think?
Loved it.
You think?
I mean, it could. He does sometimes surprise you that the schmaltz doesn't work on him. Like he'll
Yeah.
be like, oh, okay, and also a historical piece. Looks a little more narrative storytelling.
Sometimes
What,
it
what do
doesn't
we?
quite work for Raj. Yeah. So
Yeah,
he says this: a powerful story, one of the year's best films, told with great clarity and remarkable technical detail, and acted without pumped up histrionics. 3 out of 4 stars.
interesting.
So he gave it a good review, but he dinged it a star.
Hmm.
I kind of respect it, honestly.
I kind of respect it too. Hmm.
Yeah. Janet Maslin.
What'd she say?
She
said this movie fails the mental test by a
Janet
lot.
Maslin from the New York Times. I guess we started a new year. I should reintroduce these people just in case we have new
Yes.
listeners.
Thank you.
Janet Maslin from New York Times. She says, playing the tough, commanding. Wait, there's a comma there. Sorry, Janet. I didn't see the comma. I just blew through the comma. Playing the tough, comma, commanding Jim Lovell is a substantial stretch for Mr. Hanks. Not really. But, as usual, his seeming ingenuousness overshadows all else about the role. There's not a false move to anything he does on screen.
What does ingenuousness mean?
So, yeah, because I almost
Does it
said
mean he's
ingenious.
right?
When I looked at his seeming ingenuousness. So he is a genuine person.
Okay.
Well, wait, but the ingenuineness would imply that he's not.
You better define that word. You better define that word.
But as usual, his seeming ingenuousness. Here we go. Ingenuousness definition. Here we go. The quality of being innocent, naive, and artless, showing a childlike simplicity and honesty, or being candid, frank, and straightforward. Betsy, this is why you and I are not writing for the New York Times right now.
Oh, that's like a really good SAT word.
That is.
So his seeming naivete
overshadows all else about the role. I mean, I think what she's saying is that it's effortless, right? It's
right. I think that's what she's saying.
Effortlessness to it, yeah.
Yes.
Janet, thank you for the thesaurus. Thank you.
I mean, it was just there's a prefix, there's a suffix. Like, I'm gonna look it up. I want to know what Janet's thinking.
Thank you for being so New York Times, Janet.
Yes,
really
I need it.
How did Apollo 13 do at the Oscars? Betsy, it had 2 wins at the Oscars.
How many nominations?
Wait, yeah, let me see. So Best Picture was 1, but we'll get it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In addition to Best Picture, 8 more.
Okay,
but it won 2. What do you think?
See, because I don't look these up. I'm trying going off of my. So this
going
is
off the dome.
This is Hanks's back to back.
So no, this is the one that ends it. So he went back to back
he was on because he went back to Philadelphia and Forrest Gump. Yes, and so then he was nominated, but he did not win.
He was not
right. Oh,
yeah,
he wasn't.
Yeah, I know, crazy, right? He was not nominated for this.
Was Ed Harris nominated in supporting?
Yes, Ed Harris was nominated, did not win.
Did not
Best
win.
Supporting actor.
Did his vest win Best Costume?
No, costume.
Damn it.
Costume.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure they were nominated both sound categories.
Yes.
If we are at a point where we have both sound categories.
We do not. No, we still just have the one best sound. Yeah, but best
because they would be nominated for both. Is special effects a thing?
Visual effects is a thing. Did not win for best visual effects,
but nominated. Score was nominated.
James Horner did not win.
Screenplay
was nominated. Best adapted screenplay did not win.
Damn it. Director?
No, Ron Howard not nominated
Not
for his best
nominated.
movie. Not nominated.
So sad.
It's a below the line category that it won.
What is it?
It's editing. Best editing.
Oh, okay. And they
Which,
won
you
for
know,
best editing?
For the launch sequences and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What's the other one? They won.
It won for best sound and best film editing. The nominations, you got a lot of them. Best supporting actor, Ed Harris. Best adapted screenplay, you got. Best visual effects, you got. Best score, you got. So that leaves 2 more. Best supporting actress, Kathleen Quinlan.
Kathleen Quinlan.
Greg does not agree.
I love your eyebrows. You're like, I don't know about that.
No.
I don't know about that.
And best set decoration. That's the other.
Okay, sure.
For that little capsule that they spend all that time in. It looks
all
great.
that time in floating around. All that vomit comet work that they did to film this movie. Oh my god.
That's right. Bill Paxton was not acting. He was actually
He was queasy as hell. He was I ate too much. I love the excuse. It's like a 3-year-old. I ate too much goose. That's why he's throwing up. Sure.
Gene, we have a situation brewing with the carbon dioxide.
We had a CO2 filter problem on the lunar module.
5 filters on the LEM.
Which were meant for 2 guys for a day and a half. So I told the doc.
They're already up to 8 on the gauges. Anything over 15 and you get impaired judgment, blackouts, the beginnings of brain asphyxia.
What about the scrubbers on the command module?
They take square cartridges.
The ones on the LEM are round.
Tell me this isn't a government operation.
This just isn't a contingency we've remotely looked at.
Those CO2 levels are going to be getting toxic.
Well, I suggest you gentlemen invent a way to put a square peg in a round hole. Rapidly.
Okay, people, listen up. People upstairs handed us this one, and we gotta come through. We gotta find a way to make this fit into the hole for this, using nothing but that. Let's get it organized.
Okay, let's build a filter.
What's the lasting legacy of this movie? Betsy, I wrote down space disasters. And the reason that I said that was because you and I are in a generation that is kind of defined by the space disaster. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, I wrote that as a question, but I kind of mean it as a statement. Are we the space disaster generation? And what does that say about us? What I have listed here is Challenger, obviously. Yes. Columbia. Mm-hmm. All of the issues with the Mir space station. I mean, like, people didn't die, but that thing barely stayed up there. I mean, that was always in the news, like, that there was something going wrong with the Mir. And then, obviously, all of the SpaceX failures and, like, all the rockets that keep ending up in the ocean. So I guess that's my question is, like, we grew up during this time where space was a thing and disasters were a thing. I just wonder what that says about us as a generation.
Yeah, I mean, we get I'm actually looking to see who the creators are on For All Mankind. Because, there's an element of, I think, for our generation, for Generation X, we are so told the stories of the 1960s. Mm-hmm. And whether that's, hippies or the war or the kind of hope that space offered, the Earthrise shot, some of the shots of Earth that they actually used in this movie were taken by Jim Lovell on Apollo 8. That there's kind of this glorious time of some variety, even though it was extremely tumultuous, that was kind of back there that we didn't get to touch because we weren't here yet. Yeah. And so then there was all this hope that we were living into this new age with the shuttle, and Challenger was particularly difficult and sad. And then that we're having a civilian go into space, and that's when it happens, and that sort of thing. And then I recently watched the Sally Ride documentary that came out maybe a year and a half ago. Quite good. Highly recommend. But it was like there was a certain point after serving on one of those commissions that Sally was done.
Yeah.
She was like, I can't, just so fed up with how when science is not allowed to be, we see it limited and boundless, when it's bounded and its budgets and its bottom lines and it's even in For All Mankind becomes, are we having guns up here? Like, what are we doing? Like, are we weaponizing space? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Because those are the questions that human beings have wrestled with for eternity.
Yeah,
How do we commercialize it? How do I make money off of it? How do I think again, it's another one of these things that we get pitched a narrative of it being this pure thing. But then, it's actually people. And then people are flawed.
Exactly. And bureaucracy, when you're talking about NASA, bureaucracies and
yes.
And funding, like, God, we gotta pay for another aircraft carrier. How are we gonna, maintain your space shuttle and that kind of stuff? It's just, yeah. I think that the Challenger disaster was so formative an experience for Generation X. So, for me, I was 7.
Mm-hmm.
You were.
I was like 6th grade, 5th grade.
So like 12.
Yeah.
15, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was such a traumatic experience for kids at that time because of the teacher angle and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it really showed that these things are dangerous. It's like up until that point, space travel was just, it's this great adventure. And look at these astronauts. And oh my gosh, this is amazing watching them go up into space. And it's like, didn't necessarily feel life threatening in the way that post Challenger, like, I remember watching space shuttle launches and thinking, gosh, these people are nuts to do this.
Mm-hmm.
There are other generations that have had to deal with technology, pushing the bounds of technology, right? So, like, for us, it's Challenger, but for a generation before us, it could be the Amelia Earhart disaster. So, it's like, you just don't know. Like, all of these things that push human achievement forward, they come with, like, consequences kind of built in. And I think that our generation is the one that sort of understands that, maybe in a little bit different way than the hopefulness of boomers, when it came to the space program.
Well, and I think too, like one of the coolest people I've ever met is because he was acolyting at my church and went to my church was Charles Bolden, who was NASA administrator under Obama.
Mm.
And, from like 09 to 14, I think. But he came here and spoke at Episcopal. So I invited him to come. And it's still, there are, the people who are involved in that program who are real true believers in pushing the boundaries of human ability and are fascinated by space. And it's such a, he's so inspiring.
Yeah.
To me.
There's a reason that Mark Rober has the number of subscribers on YouTube that he does. Like, it is fascinating watching a scientist, like a rocket scientist and someone who's in this, like, talk about it, because they talk about it passionately. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had stuff like Challenger, but we also had movies like Space Camp and stuff. I mean, like, listen, space was cool.
This was cool. I grew up in Alabama. We were like right there near Space Camp in Huntsville.
That's right.
Right? I mean, it was still really, even though I'm not imagining myself going into space anytime soon at all, but it is still really cool.
And I will say this, even though Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, these are two very gross people, I do think it was necessary for space travel to go private in this country. Not only for the expenses, it's way too expensive to send somebody to space, but because it's kind of too cavalier an industry for government. You know, like you kind of need it to be private.
Yeah.
Because it's
And
just-
I think, especially with American hubris and our own,
yeah.
Western expansion tendencies
Mhm.
to kind of, oh, let's go into this area. Oh, there's nothing official going on up here. Oh,
Right.
great. I don't always trust us at those vacuums, so to say.
Who's this movie for?
It's for your grandma.
Yeah.
It's for your little brother.
Yep.
It's for everybody.
Yeah,
It's for
it's
the
for-
whole family.
It's for baby Bryce Dallas Howard. I'm surprised she wasn't in this.
That
Yeah.
is great. Yeah, maybe I missed her on the call sheet. But yeah, no, it's really one of those play all day on cable. I mean, this is another one. And again, now that Emily mentioned the MTV Movie Awards of it all,
Mm-hmm.
just that Houston, we have a problem, like whatever it may be, right?
This is
You what's
nailed it.
ubiquitous about it?
It is all audiences. It is yeah. What is your rating for this movie out of 5?
I am going to give it. I'm going to knock it off one that Garage did, so I'm giving it a 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that. Not a masterpiece.
What about you?
Really good movie. 4.5. It's really good. It's hard to quibble like with this movie, Like even the stuff that I've said, I've only said half-heartedly. Although I do believe it is Ron Howard's only good movie, but it's a really good movie.
It's a really good movie.
Why did the Academy nominate this? It's actually a good question. It's kind of a weird Oscar nominee. 'Cause
Well,
it's a
I
popcorn
mean,
movie, and
cast.
it's not usually what they nominate.
Well, I think you've got, interestingly, Independence Day and this movie both coming out in the summer. This is when we get our big July blockbusters. This comes out 2 weeks before, 10 days before ish. Yeah, 2 weeks. And they're both dealing with space, and one is fictional and one is not. Unless you believe all the moon stuff was shot in a soundstage in Burbank. But this is the prestige space choice this year, right? You're not nominating Howard for director, which is interesting. Whenever that happens, I always wonder when the director doesn't get nominated, but the film does for Best Picture. I find that interesting, especially when we're back in this era of the 5 and 5, as opposed to 10 and 5.
It's a blockbuster, but it's kind of Oscar friendly because it has good performances and stuff. I feel like that's where this lands.
Yes.
And I think that we actually see a very similar movie this year with Sinners, where it's like it's a blockbuster. It's a certified blockbuster. It's the only movie in the top 10 grossing movies of the year that wasn't a sequel or an IP product or any. It was the only wholly original movie to be in the top 10 at the box office. And I think that people recognize it for that achievement, but it's also a really great movie, really artistic achievement too. So you can see like how it fits into the Oscar conversation. So, by the way, I'm pretty sure that this movie used miniatures for most of the special effects.
Lots of practical effects. Yes.
Guys, this movie looks like $1 million. Like, use miniatures, stop using CGI AI slop. That immediately makes your movie look stupid. Like,
agreed.
God, these miniatures look so great. Okay.
They do.
What did Emily say about this movie?
So I asked, and she said, Ed Harris is the breakout character to me. And the favorite scenes are when they're trying to fix the problem with the supplies, that they have on the spacecraft, right? That sweaty man.
Right.
She said it feels like an escape room. The movie a little bit, but it was definitely one that everybody wanted to see. Like you needed to have seen it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't miss. What do you think Whoopi Goldberg said about this movie?
Oh, she said something.
Whoopi
She's
Goldberg back again after our David Letterman from last year. No more Uma Oprah.
I know they're like that was so bad. We're gonna even let a black woman host. Thanks.
Probably Bruce Valanche was like, I'm not writing jokes for David Letterman anymore. You gotta hire one of my friends.
That's right. I'm good. You gotta pick somebody else. My God.
Whoopi Goldberg on Apollo 13. Think she had some jokes? She probably did.
Sure.
We'll put them in right here.
And I have to admit the show is a little different this year. You know, Quincy Jones is the producer, honey. You know. But I have to tell you, he wanted to change the title to Showtime at the Apollo 13. I said, no, honey, because that forces me to say, Whitney Houston, we have a problem. No. No. But the man has made some changes because Oprah was on the sidewalk looking for Uma. Now.
That's it.
That's
Apollo
it.
13 in the books.
Next up,
Betsy, we are coming back to Earth, but we're not to America. We're going to fly over to the land down under and check in on a little pig.
Little pig.
You may know him as Babe. Babe is our next movie.
I love him.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
James Cromwell, where have you been?
Betsy, thank you for flying to space with me. If you could just do me a quick favor, just go ahead and stir those O2 tanks, and we'll just get on out of here.
Not in your life. No one's blaming me for this.
All right, we will see you next time.
Bye.